Our next and first speaker is David Daleiden. And as you all know, he practically single-handedly has brought Planned Parenthood to its knees. And so, but I don't know if you know this, but David's been coming to the Walk for Life here. And it was in 2013 at this Walk for Life where he solidified in him to do this work. So we're very honored that we had some small part to do with this. And without further ado, David Daleiden.
Well, thank you, Eva, and thank you to the organizers of the walk for inviting me here to be with all you guys today. And thank you all for being here. The Walk for Life 2016 in San Francisco, California. I love the Walk for Life. And this is one of my favorite events, one of my favorite pro-life events because we're here in the city of San Francisco, which sadly in many ways is one of Planned Parenthood's abortion capitals in our country, because just a few miles away at UCSF is where they do their late-term abortion training and they pilot project their experimental abortion methods. But today, at Walk for Life, this is our city. Today, in the city of St. Francis, who would never countenance the cruelty that Planned Parenthood and their abortion industry allies practice among our littlest brothers and sisters, unborn children. As you can see, Planned Parenthood, in their desperation, in retaliation for being exposed for their criminal trafficking of baby body parts, recently filed a lawsuit against myself and CMP. And my response to that is game on, Planned Parenthood. Because, as most of you are aware, I have a lot of experience interviewing the senior level leadership of Planned Parenthood. Their executive directors, their medical directors, and I'm looking forward to doing all those interviews all over again, this time under oath. It's ironic that it's the California affiliates of Planned Parenthood specifically that are suing. Because it's the California Planned Parenthoods who have been harvesting and selling baby body parts for the longest time to the biggest degree in the most indefensible ways. And so I think that federal court in San Francisco is exactly where those Planned Parenthood groups belong right now. You know, it's been about 6 months now since Center for Medical Progress first started releasing our undercover videos. And I think it's really telling that 6 months later, there are still so many unanswered questions from Planned Parenthood. And there's still such a lack of transparency from Planned Parenthood. They can't tell us, or they won't tell us, how much money they've received in exchange for body parts from STEM Express, from Advanced Bioscience Resources, from Da Vinci Biologics, from Novogenics Biolaboratories. They don't want to say the number. They don't want to explain, or they can't explain, why their medical directors endorsed advertisements from biotech companies promising financial profits to the abortion clinics that would give them fetal tissue. They can't explain why their top-level medical directors are willing to change the way they do abortion procedures in order to get higher quality body parts for sale. They can't explain why, as a so-called pro-women's health organization, they're willing to treat pregnant women like harvesting pods in order to get body parts for sale. But be assured that in the next year, in 2016, the truth about all of those questions that Planned Parenthood doesn't want to answer is going to come out. Whether it's through the ongoing select committee in the US Congress that is going to use their full subpoena power to investigate Planned Parenthood for the next year, whether it's going to be through the ongoing state criminal investigations of Planned Parenthood's baby parts racket, or whether it's going to be through the lawsuit that they have so unwisely filed against me and CMP, those answers are going to be forthcoming, and we're going to find out in 2016. And you know, those videos raise the biggest question that Planned Parenthood and their allies cannot answer. And that is how, on the one hand, in our country, the humanity of the baby fetus is not considered to be equal enough to our own in order to be totally protected by law. But at the same time, it is precisely their equal and identical humanity to our own that makes them so valuable for sale, and makes Planned Parenthood and their allies hunt after their body parts like buried treasure. The unborn babies are only valuable for Planned Parenthood to sell precisely because they're human, just like us. And so these videos are tapping into something very deep all across our country. They're speaking to our common and core human and American values about human dignity and human equality. And so the response that we're seeing all across the country to those videos and to the revelations about Planned Parenthood's criminal baby parts racket, and your presence here today should give us all a lot of hope for the future. I think we all know that California is a very blessed place for us to live. This state has so many blessings, and I think that we also know that it can be a little discouraging to see at the same time that California is such an abortion hub, that we have so deeply on our state the curse of Planned Parenthood and the curse of state-funded, state-subsidized abortion, the curse of baby parts harvesting and trafficking. I don't have an answer for the problem of evil or an answer for why we carry that in our state, other than my belief that curses are not meant to last forever. And if you look at the name of our city here, San Francisco, St. Francis. Look at the names of our other cities in California, St. Joseph, St. Clair, the Holy Cross, the Angels, St. Diego, and the Blessed Sacrament. I don't believe that the curse of abortion and the curse of Planned Parenthood's baby parts trafficking can last forever in a state like ours. And so I want to encourage all of you in whatever part of the vineyard you've been called to work in, to recommit your efforts in 2016, to stand by your post, to do your duty, and to be faithful to where you've been called. If you do sidewalk advocacy, do sidewalk advocacy. If you can help in pregnancy resource centers, help in pregnancy resource centers. If you can put pressure on local law enforcement to hold Planned Parenthood accountable under the law, then do that. And if you can help get signatures for the parental notification initiative, which I know are circulating, hold them up if you have them. This is the biggest bite that we can take out of Planned Parenthood's abortion business in our state, and that is why they're so afraid of it. And if we're faithful, and if we move forward together, I believe that we will soon see that glorious day when there is no longer a price tag put on human life.